Hi, it's Sophia Karpman, host of Dream Big Podcast Show. Place to learn, laugh, and grow.
And this is Olga Karpman. Welcome to the Dream Big Podcast.
We're back with another exciting episode of our Money Matters series. Welcome to part 5. If you missed the first 4 parts, then make sure to check them out in the following links and the description of this podcast. And meet our famous rock star, Roxy.
It's always fun with Roxy, so let's dive right in. This is episode 378 of the Dream Big Podcast, and it's time
to dream big!
Welcome to the Dream Big Podcast Show. We're inspiring you to shoot for the moon, take aim and go. We bring to you amazing guests who truly love what they do. Every day they're living their dreams, and so can you. Dream big, take action to reach your goals. Are you pumped yet? It's showtime, let's rock and roll.
Welcome back, Big Dreamers. Before we get into Roxy's new story and new adventures, I'd like to remind you who she is. She is our rock star, living her best life in the city of Pennville. As you remember, we talked about her in previous episodes, and I will link all the episodes in our show notes. She was living her dream, performing for her fans and making very good money. She also has a best friend, Ginnie, whom she freed from a bottle. Ginnie decided to stay with Roxy, traveling with her and being her trusted financial advisor when she needed it.
Roxy's concerts were always sold out, and her songs dominated the charts. But behind all the glitz and glamour, Roxy was hiding a dark secret.
She wasn't good at managing her money at all.
Walking to her grand mansion, Roxy felt a pang of guilt. Surrounded by luxurious items, each one came with a price tag. She loved spending so much that after using her cash, she began using credit cards.
This meant she was spending borrowed money, spending more than she actually had. As a result, she found herself in deep debt. This meant she owed a lot of money to the credit card companies. They began calling her, demanding repayment. On top of what she owed, they also charged extra money called interest. This interest was often more than the original amount she borrowed. Let's say she would borrow $2. Then the interest would be 50 cents or $1 or $1.50 on top of what she owed. Let's say it's another $1.50. Then $2 plus $1.50 would be $3.50 that she owed. Not fair, right? But this is how banks work, and this is how they make money. They make it super easy for you to borrow from them and then pile on high interest rates. Roxy's phone buzzed. It was another call from a credit company.
I'll deal with it later,
Roxy muttered, silencing the call. Just as she was about to leave for another concert, her doorbell rang. Opening the door, she saw a familiar face.
Genie?
Roxy exclaimed. Ginnie looked very serious this time. He gave Roxy a tight hug and a look. Roxy, we need to talk, he said, holding up a stack of bills. The two sat down, and Ginnie began explaining the severity of Roxy's financial situation. These credit cards and loans, the interest rates are draining you, Roxy, Ginnie cautioned.
But I thought I could pay it off later,
Roxy replied, and her voice was shaking. Roxy, you are old enough to understand that these banks, websites, and stores are masters at marketing. They entice you to borrow, making it feel like free money. But then, it's like a snowball effect. The debt grows, chasing you down. Right now, you're essentially working just to pay back these companies. Is it fair? It's like being enslaved to these banks. Trust me, Roxy, I know. I've been trapped in my bottle, unable to escape. Is this how you want to feel? Roxy, you once freed me from that. Now it's my turn to help you. I'll guide you back on track. I'll guide you back to financial freedom. But you have to promise me that you'll follow the advice of both me and my friend, Dave Ramsey.
Who's Dave Ramsey?
He is a financial guru who's helped millions of Americans escape debt and achieve financial freedom, even if they don't earn big salaries. Roxy, when it comes to money, it's all about management, mindset, habits, and goals. With his guidance, you can learn how to budget, overcome debt, save, and invest. Listen, Roxy, one immediate strategy you can use right now is the Snowball Method. Sit down. I'm gonna tell you how it works. First, you start the snowball. Imagine wanting to make a snowman. You begin with one small snowball, right? Using just a handful of snow. This little snowball represents your smallest debt, like maybe owing $1 to your friend. Second part, roll in the snowball. As you roll that snowball, it grows, collecting more snow. Similarly, after you repay that $1 to your friend, you'll feel accomplished and driven. So then, you might decide to repay $5 that you owe to your sibling. Third, you gain momentum. Just as a snowball gathers speed and size with each roll, after settling the smaller debt, you can address the larger ones. Perhaps you borrowed $20 from your mom for a toy. Now you prioritize repaying her. And last but not least, finishing off the biggest snowball. By the time you address your larger debts, you've already handled the smaller ones. It's like having a massive snowball that you propel in with all your energy. This might resemble repaying the $50 you owe your mom and dad for that special big car toy you acquired.
And why it works?
This approach is termed the Snowball Method because, much like how a snowball expands and accelerates when rolled through the snow, you build confidence and momentum as you clear each debt, from the smallest to the largest.
I love it, Ginnie. Let's do it. I love the snowball analogy. It seems so easy to do. I just have to keep in mind 4 simple things. First, starting the snowball. Next, rolling the snowball. Third, gaining momentum. And fourth, finishing off the biggest snowball.
And together, they organized Roxy's finances and set her on the path to financial freedom. Over time, Roxy made changes. She sold some of her luxury items, started budgeting, and with Ginnie's and Dave's assistance, began paying off her debts. At her concerts, she introduced a new segment where she discussed her journey from drowning in debt to finding her way out. This became her platform to caution her fans about the danger of unchecked spending.
Wow, Mom, that was a great story. And I love that Roxy learned some tough lessons. And Ginnie wasn't usually his happy, very nice self. At first, he may have been a little tough on her, but then he started being really nice and helping her a lot.
Absolutely, Sophia. There's a key lesson for everyone here. Debt can be overwhelming, but with the right strategies and discipline, there's a way out. Always remember, don't rush to get credit cards and spend them on unnecessary items that you can live without. Before you know it, debt can pile up and you become shackled by repayments and interest. They'll be hunting you down like nightmares. They will stress out your life. Now, not all debt is bad. For example, if we need to buy something huge like a house, then we can take a loan, but we have to be wise about it. And we have to know how are we planning to pay it each month.
So, big dreamers, it's not just about earning money, it's also about managing it wisely.
We also need to ask many questions and read documents very carefully and make sure that we understand all the terms and conditions.
And having good friends like Ginnie can be very valuable. Big dreamers, always be careful with your credit and strive to live within your means. If you ever face financial challenges, seek advice and remain calm. You got this.
Yes, Sophia, money isn't just about the amount. It's about the choices we make and the habits we nurture. And that's our message for you today, Big Dreamers. As always, if you love our show and love this episode, please share it with your friends. Just go to dreambigpodcast.com/378 and copy, paste the link and share it with your friends. You also can find show notes on the same link. And if you love our show and would love for us to stay up in the charts so more Big Dreamers can join us, please leave your 5-star review. We will really appreciate it. If you'd love to send us a note, please use my email, olga@dreambigpodcast.com, or just simply DM us on social media, Dream Big Podcast on all social media platforms. As a reminder, you can find us on YouTube as well and YouTube Kids. Please subscribe to Dream Big Podcast and stay tuned for more videos and shorts from Sophia.
That's all for today, Big Dreamers. This was Sophia Karpman
and Olga Karpman,
reminding you that you have unlimited potential. Your dreams are not optional. You need to make them essential. So take massive action, turn those big dreams into reality. Live with passion the way life was meant to be. See you in the next episode. Bye.